Hey everyone, we are live.
Hey
That's right.
everyone, welcome
Hey
to Islands
everyone.
Wednesday.
We are Islands Wednesday. We are Postcard Travel and we are traveling. Yep, that's right. We just came back in the United States.
Yeah, we just got back from Jamaica, Sandals, South Coast. We had a wonderful time, lots to update you on, lots to show you. We'll be back next week as soon as we gather everything and
Well, we
upload our pictures and stuff
talk
that we
about
want to show you.
what's the name on to come on about Sandals.
Yes, Swa, our BDM for Sandals, wants to come on in the next few weeks and give you some updates on Sandals. But one of the quick things I do want to tell you that anyone looking to book Sandals, please reach out to me because until November 3rd, I have extra perks because we've been on this trip. Sandals is given extra perks that you can't get if you book elsewhere. So if you're thinking about a Sandals, please let me know. It doesn't have, it can be next year. It doesn't have to be right away. But just let me know if you're thinking about booking the Sandals. And I'm going to be posting some of the extra perks this weekend.
Yep, and Sandals was amazing. We were on a business trip with Sandals, so we got to see three places, right? We got to see, what did we see besides? So we went to State of
Just go
South
ahead
Coast.
because I'm making sure we're on.
And
nobody's on.
Then we did, we got in the grill and beaches. So we did, yeah, it was amazing. So one of the things that we would say is that they're all a little bit different. So you have to kind of play it out and see. We'll get a good travel agent, use us, whatever we need to, and you will see that because there are differences on all of them. Right? We've been to 4 or 5 now, 5 different ones, and they were all amazing. So
we'll go into it next week.
Yeah, we're gonna be able to bring you some really good information when they come on because we'll have our rep from Sandals on, so then we can. So yeah, perfect. Okay, so the other thing is the drink of the week. So we're traveling, so we're not drinking the drink of the week, but we posted it yesterday. Hopefully, y'all looked at it. That's the Caribbean Martini that we had from Nicholas. It was amazing. So go on there because we're at Sandals South Coast Pool Bar. Nicholas was amazing, and he's done a couple for us. We got actually several bartenders that drinks the week for us out there. Different flair, but the Caribbean Martini is different. It's really good. You see the pictures we posted, and we gave you a lot of quick shots about the complex and everything. We're having fun out there. So, all right, so that's the drink of the week, the Caribbean Martini. Please go on and get that. If we weren't traveling, I'd have it right now. So.
Yep. All right. Next in the news is Royal Caribbean. They announced that they're raising their tips. That was kind of a shock this week. It just came out right away. So now it's $18 per day per person, and suites are $20.50 per day per person. So they raised it up a couple dollars. But there was no like pretty much warning. So I was a little surprised by that. That was something,
no lead in.
No lead into that. So that is something this week that did come out. Also, they put out summer of 2025 Alaska sailings, and they're adding, there can be 4 ships doing that: Anthem, Quantum, Serenade, and Radiance. Excuse me, May through September. So if you're looking to do Alaska 2025, they just opened the booking season for that. So let's get those Alaska sailings booked.
Yeah, that's pretty. If you haven't done Alaska, we love Alaska. It's one of those things when they say it's a bucket list thing, it absolutely is. But it is actually affordable. We have just been booking some for this year coming up, and it is cheaper than you think. It's not like it used to be. Everybody used to think you had to pay $10,000 to go to Alaska. You don't. You can get really good rates, and if you're willing to get to an inside cabin, Amy has found some really great deals. So awesome. All right, so let's jump over to Carnival. So Veterans Day, right, is coming up, and Carnival is showcasing 6 ships to honor veterans in their ports. And what they're doing is they're bringing veterans on the ship during the day, and they're doing a ceremony thing with them, recognizing them and treating them to a really, really special lunch, just giving them full honors for what they do and serve our country. We know that Breeze is going to do it on November 6th out of Texas. Mardi Gras is going to be on Veterans Day in Port Canaveral, so that's going to be a big one. Miracle is going to be in Long Beach. Valor is going to be in New Orleans. Oh, the other thing they're doing is they purchased 6 vans and they're giving them to those where they're doing those to the VA so that they can get veterans around. They're donating 6 brand new vans so that they can give them to the VA so they can
Carnival's
help
really good
help
with the
with
military. They do a lot.
Yeah, and they boast they have more. They service more military persons on cruises than any and veterans than any other cruise line. So, yep. Okay. What else we got?
Anything else on Carnival?
Nope. That's it for Carnival. That's
Okay.
all we had on that. Couple things. All right. So the other thing is we'll just keep up with this. A lot of the cruise lines, all the cruise lines, are diverting for a couple countries, right? Jordan, Egypt, and Israel are now on the diverting list.
Yep.
They will not be sailing there. So
For obvious reasons.
Yeah, for obvious reasons. For planning purposes, they're taking this way into 2024. So that's going to be that's going to impact cruises if you were trying to go that way. Virgin, we had something on Virgin, which Virgin has put out, like MSC has put out, about lowering the carbon footprint. It's zero commitment, or their commitment is by zero by 2050, zero carbon by 2050. If they can do that. Right now they're testing, which I've never heard of this before, but they just tested on the Valiant Lady over in Europe, combining cooking oil and diesel fuel, which is the bunker fuel that they burn. They have different blends, so they're making this blend. And supposedly it's working, it's operating, it's efficient. They don't know the long-term effects, but it does less carbon. So that's pretty good that they're all trying to do the right thing. The other thing they did is they reduced single-use plastics. They cut that out. So you're going to see that across you're just starting to see it already across the airlines. So that's what we got there.
Just a little bit of Bahama news. Tourism is up by air and sea. 6 million people have come through Bahamas by a cruise. That's crazy. And then, of course, Grand Bahama is going through port renovations. And we have some more updates on that in the coming weeks about Carnival's new port and all that kind of stuff.
They're both Carnival and Royal Caribbean are doing things. We saw what you're doing, so that is going to be uplifted port, and it's going to be it's probably going to be a premier spot because Nassau is, Nassau, if you've been, it is kind of overrun, so constantly busy. So.
All right, so next week we'll have a recap on our show once we get back and get everything situated, and we have a lot to talk about. So next week's show will probably run a little bit longer just because we're going to go over everything that we did, what we saw, the ships and everything. Ship and resort. So.
Right. So, perfect. All right, I had, let's see if I had anything else. Pilots. Air. Oh, yeah. Watch with the airlines with these fuel prices changing and all that stuff. I read an article on that some of them are being impacted significantly with the fuel pricing. So we haven't really seen it spike on pricing, but they're paying attention to it because it's affecting profit. So obviously, fuel goes up, it could impact cruising, it could impact driving, flying as well. So yeah. All right.
So let's talk about stocks really quick. Royal Caribbean closed at 85.45, Carnival 11.29, and Norwegian 13.09. So they're all, well, I guess, down but up. I say that, down but up, depending on when you bought and all that. So
yeah, crazy trip. So we're just on the tail end of our 25th anniversary journey. Right, we planned it this way so that we did have a great international flight, and I have a international joke flight or joke for flights. Okay. So, but anyway, the trip that I had was great. Southwest Airlines, right? We didn't have any issues. We have to give a shout out to them. Coming from Jamaica, coming in, obviously go through customs, so that was really good. Customs Border Protection were amazing. Amy has some things that she's going to talk about to shorten up your trip, make it a little bit more enjoyable. If you go to Sandals, if you go over to Jamaica, there are some things that you can do, which she's going to share. But I will tell you, shout out to Jamaican Airport as well. They did a really, really good job. I think that was the shortest time we ever gone through customs was in Jamaica. And they did a full, thorough check like everybody else does, every other country.
Well, there's a reason why. I won't talk about it next week.
Yeah. But even the lines weren't backed up,
no,
they do a really good. Yeah. We thought when we got to the airport, there was so many people. Nope, it flowed really well. Really good job. So that's the shout out. Thank you, Southwest Airlines, too, for a fantastic flight over and back. You guys did a really good job. So, okay.
Okay, go with your joke of the week.
Okay, so that brings us down. So we'll be back on Wednesday. A couple things. So
Back in the studio.
Back in the studio. All right. So the joke of the week is TSA. Just so you know, if you fly in internationally, those of you who hadn't done that, you have to go through customs. Just like you go out of the country, you got to come back in, like on a cruise. Have to do it at airlines, and then you get double checked, which means you go through all your bags and luggage. If you're connecting, you have to go through checks again. They won't let you on an international flight back onto a U.S. flight without going through it all again. So here's the joke. So a German man.
All that to get to your joke?
Yeah, because it fills right in here. German man flies over to the U.S. First time ever here, speaking broken English, comes to America and goes to TSA, and the TSA agent asks him, what's your occupation? And he goes, are you asked occupation? And he says, no, holiday. German occupation, holiday.
Doesn't even make sense.
It does.
Oh my
Think
God.
about this.
I think that's the stupidest one you told.
Okay,
so
it might be this. I thought it was funny.
I know.
So, German man comes
I don't
in
even
here.
get
TSA says occupation. He goes, no, holiday. Meaning I'm on a holiday. I'm not trying to occupy the U.S. Okay, you can mark that one down. If you don't
can
like
mark that one down. Don't
I
ever say it
guarantee
again.
you
Is what you
that's
can
going to
do.
be okay. It won't be the best one, but I'm
no.
sure it was a great one.
No.
Okay, so that's it. German occupation or holiday.
Okay. Thank goodness that's it tonight. All right, guys.
Okay, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
We will be back.
We are here. We'll be back in studio.
Yeah. Don't forget
'Cause we're still
Veterans
here.
Day is coming. So thank a veteran. Thank a veteran.
It's next weekend, isn't it?
The 11th.
Okay.
So we got a
So we
little
got to do
time
it
for
next.
that.
We'll remind you next week as well.
We thank our veterans. But
all right, but do have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you next Wednesday back in the studio, I believe is what Dennis meant to say. And you're going to hear detailed about all of our stuff.
Our drawings, and then check out that drink of the week. We really do like that. The fact that we both like it is because we have a little bit different taste. You know, she loves martinis, and I was like, oh my gosh, we got some great photos, great video.
Yes, and if you have not got, if you did not see our lives while we were in Sandals, please go check them out. We did the Over the Water Bungalows. We did a couple lives from the resort. We also did the Rondeval Suites live. So if you did not see our lives, go back and watch. We got there on Sunday, so you'll see some lives and different postings and stuff that we did.
And the beaches is called which beaches?
Beaches Negril.
Oh yeah, it's still called Negril. Yeah.
I didn't do. We'll be posting stuff about that, but I did a lot of lives from the South Coast. So, all right.
So beaches Negril, Sandals Negril, Sandals South Coast. It is amazing that the detail that we went into and the information we have it was invaluable. Yep. So.
All right. So go watch those lives, and we will see you next Wednesday.
All right. Stay safe, everyone.
Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye.